do some freestyle poetry straight off the top of the head. Let's call this one Rainy Nights in the City. Rainy nights in the city, they come and go, with skies of gray. Today, we waste our time with our only friends. Barbells, dumbbells, bottles of whiskey, packets of cigarettes, and bundles of cigars. The teenage angst hasn't faded yet. I'm a grown man, and I still dream. Opiate dreams, regular dreams of a countryside with a pretty girl, long blonde hair, in pigtails or braids, in a gingham dress or a flannel shirt, ripped jeans and cowboy boots. Life in the city weighs heavy on the heart as you go out and watch the raindrops pitter-patter on taxi cabs and Rolls Royces, and you're there walking with your Allen Edmonds shoes. The leather bottoms are getting wet now, but you keep walking. You keep walking, and you keep thinking. Thinking of better days. Away from the spray-painted graffiti art on subway trains and semi-trucks. Away from the noise and the hassle and the pollution and the cursing and the street corners that smell like piss and puke. You reach out to your friends, but then you realize that no human being could be trusted. All you could trust is your tobacco stash, your whiskey stash, and your wild dreams. Dreams of riding on horseback with that cute blonde-haired girl sitting on the back, holding you by the hips as that stallion stampedes through the countryside with views of mountain, with views of the sunset, with views of ample forests and beautiful wildlife. A man stuck in constant misery, walking through the rainy nights, through the rainy days in the city. The city life isn't for me. It never was. The constant quest for a pretty-faced girl whose eyes sparkle when she looks upon you. A pretty-faced girl that holds you in these dark and rainy nights. A pretty-faced girl that cooks you beef stew in the middle of a cold winter's night. A pretty-faced girl that sees you and only you. A pretty-faced girl is all I think about. It's all I dream about. The days keep running, time keeps on ticking, and here I am. A rainy day in the city, expressing my teenage angst into a fucking telephone camera. Days and nights spent writing letters to a girl that doesn't even exist. They say that love weighs heavy on a hopeless romantic's mind. And in modern times, with the busy city bustle and the new cell phones coming out every year, the constant improvements in technology, seem to pull me further and further away from my ideal life. I constantly dream about days in the past, days I haven't lived in. I speak to my grandmother about how she was in her youth. And I think about it. What if things were different? What if I was born in Germany a long time ago, joined the army, found a pretty girl that would wait for me after the battle's over? What if I was born in the USA, joined the army, and there was a pretty girl waiting for me after I got out of the army? Nowadays, the only army and the only warfare is personal warfare. It's a personal army. It's a personal battle. One that weighs heavy on the mind, one that weighs heavy on the soul. I pray to Freya every evening, and it brings me some joy. It brings me some minor ease. But I'm still down on my fucking knees, praying, wishing, hoping for that pretty faced girl with the long blonde hair. With skin softer than satin sheets. With a voice more tranquil than the ocean on a peaceful summer's day. It ain't all about the money. It ain't all about the luxuries. Because luxuries only fill a small portion of the void. But the void keeps expanding as long as my pretty faced girl is out there. Maybe she's thinking of me, because I'm thinking of her. Maybe it's all just wishful thinking. But wishful thinking's all I got to do on these rainy city nights, rainy city days. And as the fog rises after the horrendous rains, it fogs up the views. You can't see the graffiti anymore. You can't see the people arguing on the streets. You don't really hear the noise of all the commotion. You're at peace. You're at peace in that dreamy fog. And you think that that dreamy fog will take you somewhere else. Hey, there you go. Freestyle poetry right off the fucking dome. right off the head. What can you do? In times where poetry is dead, you can only speak the words in your head and hope it has some sort of meaning. Peace out, people.